So guys, it is now June, which you know means that E3 2017 is now less than 2 weeks away. In this video, I thought it would be cool if I were to go over what I'm most excited for at E3 2017, just to build up a little bit of hype. But without further ado, let's get right into what I'm excited for at E3 2017. I gave the first EA Battlefront game a miss, however Star Wars Battlefront 2 looks to be more promising. The game will feature a single player story with a more interesting twist. We're going to see it from the perspective of a soldier working for the Empire. At the EA Play conference on the 10th of June, we are going to see our first look at the Star Wars Battlefront 2 gameplay, and I'm hopeful that it doesn't disappoint. And although aesthetically the first Battlefront game looked nice, I didn't hear some particularly good things about it, and as a result I didn't buy it. Hopefully this EA title is going to do more than just try to turn a profit, and will provide us with a true ultimate Star Wars Battlefront experience. On top of that, from the trailers and screenshots it looks very nice, and I'm looking forward to see more from this. To see how the game plays, however, we're going to have to wait and see until June the 10th, 2017, in which we'll see our first gameplay reveal, which is what I'm excited for. I do recall reading somewhere that we shouldn't be expecting too much regarding Red Dead Redemption 2 at E3, however there is always the chance that we might see something. Problem here is, E3 and Rockstar aren't exactly always going to work out. Rockstar doesn't necessarily plan things to be revealed at E3, they don't particularly care for it because they don't need that boost. I'm not saying other companies do, I'm just saying that Rockstar don't really care for E3 and they reveal things when they want to. Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably not going to be an exception to this rule, so I wouldn't expect to see very much at E3, however I would like to see something. Though I don't think we'll see very much, if anything. I'm quite excited to see what we might see. Now, it's very unlikely that we'll see anything at all, considering how Rockstar act around these E3 things. However, we can always be hopeful. Rockstar might have done a 180 and we might actually see some gameplay, but we won't know until E3. A Ubisoft title worthy of note that looks like it's shaping to impress is of course Far Cry 5. Now I'd imagine we'll probably wind up seeing a gameplay reveal at E3 during the Ubisoft conference on the 12th of June. Now the trailers alone have me somewhat interested in the game because it looks gorgeous, because it's in-engine footage what we've seen in the trailers, and in the trailers it looks like what we've got is some religious cult, blah 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 blah, that stuff. It looks like it's an interesting take on a story we haven't exactly seen in gaming before, or at least not approached in this way. We've probably seen it before. And my biggest hope for this game is that it doesn't take on too much of a Far Cry 3 feel in how the story plays out, because Far Cry 3 was amazing, Far Cry 4 tried too hard to be Far Cry 3, so I'm hoping that Far Cry 5 is its own game in a lot more ways than Far Cry 4 was, and also still Far Cry, and I reckon it can do that, but we're going to have to wait and see to see what happens at E3. I reckon we'll see something really cool there. And I'm pretty sure we'll learn more about the game at E3 at the Ubisoft conference on the 12th of June. On top of that, I'm sure Ubisoft has other things up their sleeves to show us at E3. Because Ubisoft conferences are massive things when it comes to them, they like to overdo themselves. And on top of everything, it's a good watch. A few weeks back, Ubisoft tweeted this image with "A new era begins" and confirmed that the next Assassin's Creed game would have a presence at E3. The extent of this presence wasn't specified, whether it would be a teaser, whether it would be a reveal, whether it would be a gameplay reveal. We'll have to wait and see, but that's the most exciting part. We don't know exactly what to expect or anything about the game really that's been confirmed, though rumours and alleged leaks are suggesting ancient Egypt. I'm expecting this Assassin's Creed game to be like none other that we've seen before, because a new era begins. And I'm just looking forward to the massive hype train that comes from Assassin's Creed every time it gets announced. So not only is it going to be exciting to see what we get at E3, but what we get afterwards is also going to be just as exciting. And without the trouble that comes with yearly releases being forced upon the franchise, I'm hoping to see a massive improvement in quality that we haven't exactly seen in previous games recently. So on the 12th of June at Ubisoft's conference, I'm expecting to see some really cool Assassin's Creed related stuff. And I'm pretty sure we won't see anything before, so we're going to see a full announcement for the next Assassin's Creed game at E3. This is not how Ubisoft typically announce their Assassin's Creed games, However, considering what's been said online, I'm imagining that's how they're going to do it this year. After all, a new era begins. Now, I don't have much to do with Sony products, but their conferences are always worth watching. They do have something of a lineup this time around. Most interestingly, a Spider-Man game. Probably or definitely going to wind up being a PlayStation exclusive, but I'm sure it'll be nice to look at. But I'm always keen on seeing what's going on in that department, seeing what's being released, announced, etc. And I'm hoping for some pretty interesting things this time around, because it's always fun to see. That being said, I don't particularly care much for a lot of Sony things, not because it's bad, but because it's simply not my thing. But I do find myself being somewhat interested. On top of that, the Sony conferences are always a good watch. Turns out I'm quite boring really, because there's not much that's got me going this time around. It's usually like this, but there's more at E3 that's going to be interesting. Probably some reveals that will be quite cool as well, but for me, it's really those things that have got me interested and excited going in, but coming out I'm going to have probably a lot more to talk about. But that's really what's got me excited going in. So thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know what you think and what's got you excited going in, and I'll see you all soon. So yeah, so long. Just about dead. Yep, I'm gone.